Welcome to the first episode of Soundphile Pro Audio News. It's NAMM at the moment, and so we've got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Tracktion seems to work on a new DAW system called Waveform. The basis for Waveform is very obviously T7, but the cryptic video released by Tracktion shows a couple of new functions. What might be considered the most exciting aspect is the compatibility with Raspberry Pi and the prospect of developing audio cards for this system, which might result in a very interesting mobile music production solution. Apart from future products for Raspberry Pi, Tracktion also shows the Copper Reference, a stereo audio interface with ESS Sabre Pro 9038 chips for conversion, and a tube circuit. IK Multimedia presents two new systems, iRig Acoustic Stage and iRig Pro I/O. Acoustic Stage is a system for the acoustic guitar consisting of a microphone for the sound hole and a preamp with a DSP that can be used for feedback suppression. The Pro I/O is a very compact audio interface with 24-bit and 96 kHz that offers XLR for microphones, including phantom power, a jack input for instruments, and two small jacks for MIDI. It is obviously optimized for smartphones or tablets. Kemper has two news. The Rig Manager Software 2.0 now offers Rig Packs, which are collections of patches for the profiling amplifier. The Profiler OS version 5.1 gets you the new pitch delays that will enhance the delay effects in the profiling amps with pitching effects. Stephen Slade showed his virtual recording studio. The heart of the system is the VRS-8 audio interface with 8 inputs powered by the VMS preamps that are known from the virtual microphone system. Slade promises the most linear conversion by using AK5578 converters with 124 dBs of dynamic range. Even the headphone jacks that are often overlooked in audio interfaces apparently offer high-end quality. Slade seems to be particularly proud about the newly developed LLN, the low latency native system, which provides latency down to 0.7 milliseconds at 96 kHz. The connection between the interface and your PC is going to be Thunderbolt on a Mac or an additional PCI card on PC. The PCI card is required to offer the same low latency that USB just couldn't provide. There is also a new component for the virtual microphone system, the ML2. The ML2 is a small diaphragm condenser microphone meant to be used to model famous instrument microphones from the history of music production. A lot of classics have already been announced, from dynamic models by Shure or Sennheiser to ribbon microphones and even a Tube 67. For the recording of very loud signals, the ML2 can be repolarized through a special circuit that will also attenuate the signal. The pricing for the virtual recording studio is as follows. The VRS-8 audio interface, including 1 year of Slate Everything bundle and permanent licenses for the preamps, costs $19.99. The ML2 will get you down by $150. A bundle of VRS-8 and 5 ML2s will cost you $24.99, and the VRS-8 plus 4 ML2s plus 1 ML1 will cost you $29.99. Slate also announced the Raven MTI Core Station, a Raven Cubase Windows Edition, and the Mimic Pro in cooperation with Pearl Drums. Most of you will probably be familiar with the Raven controllers. Details for the new Core Station have not been announced yet. There are also no details on the Mimic Pro module, but it is quite obviously a module for eDrums that will feature the SSD library. Mackie's monitor controller Big Knob is probably known to everyone in the business, as it might be the most widespread monitor controller in home and project studios the world over. So it seems strange that a successor for this product has not been found earlier. Well, now Mackie has introduced the world to 3 new models of the Big Knob. The small Big Knob passive that can route 2 sources to 2 pairs of monitors and has mono, mute and dim functions. The Big Knob Studio that can work with 3 sources and also provides an audio interface with mic preamps and conversion up to 24 bits and 96 kHz. A built-in talkback microphone and the possibility of direct monitoring can be very useful in recording sessions. The largest of the 3, the Big Knob Studio Plus, can manage 4 sources and 3 pairs of monitors. It has a maximum sample rate of 192 kHz and can provide an additional monitoring path from the computer. This enables you to set up a special headphone mix for the musician. Both studio versions of the Big Knob also provide a version of Tracktion, although it is unclear whether it will actually be a license for T7 or it will just be the version T5, which is free anyway. SoundRadix has a new version of their adapter software 32 Lives available. The software can make 32-bit plugins available in 64-bit systems on Mac OS. The new version 2 now also supports the VST format. 32 Lives requires an iLok. The software costs €95. User of the first version can upgrade for free. MPEG has 2 new pedals. The classic analog bass preamp gets you 3 bands of equalization and additional switches for ultra high and ultra low. The Scrambler bass overdrive pedal reaches from soft saturation to massive distortion and offers controls for treble and blend, which give you a lot of possibility to shape your sound. Roland presents the new RD2000 stage piano with 2 independent sound units and a lot of controller options. The Roland brand Boss also shows the special edition of distortion pedal DS1 called the DS14A, as well as the expression pedal EV30. For singer-songwriters, Boss offers new amps called Acoustic Singer Live and Acoustic Singer Pro. Universal Audio have a new version of the Apollo Twin available. The Twin Mark II can be acquired in 3 DSP variants: Solo, Duo and Quad, depending on the number of Shark DSPs. Apparently the Mark II improves on a few details of its predecessor. Universal Audio claims the new conversion unit offers a greater dynamic range and lower distortion. Also, the monitoring unit has been improved and now has functions for mute, dim, mono and an alternative pair of speakers. Unchanged is the integration of the Unison technology in both of the preamps that allow for a very detailed modeling of classic preamps. The Apollo Twin Mark II includes the real-time Analog Classics bundle of UAD plugins and is connected to the computer via Thunderbolt. The prices are $699 for Solo, $899 for Duo and $1299 for Quad. There is a new analog synthesizer from Greece called the Dreadbox Nix. Special about the Nix is the built-in reverb based on the Splash Mark III courtesy of Crazy Tube Circuits. The MSRP is at €659. Biodynamic have a new range of radio systems under the moniker TG500. Every set has a different sender unit. The TG550 vocal set features a dynamic cardioid handheld microphone optimized for singing, while the TG556 is a condenser microphone optimized for presentations. The TG558 features a clip-on microphone, the TG534 a headset. The TG510 features a cable for instruments. All sets also feature receivers with detachable antennas. Biodynamic claims the TG500 series reaches as far as 120 meters. When using all 4 of the available frequency bands, you can have up to 72 channels simultaneously. The senders can be remote controlled from the receivers. Biodynamic claims a battery life of 10 hours. The prices for the TG500 series reach from €479 to €559. Lawton Audio offer new accessories for their microphones. There is a new pad adapter for the Sirius Black LA120 that is put in between the capsule and the preamp and will then attenuate the signal by 10 dBs, so you can record louder sources. For the signature Sirius microphones Atlantis, Clarion and Oceanus, Lawton Audio offers new elastic bands for the shock mounts. Exciting news from Softube. The The Swedish manufacturer has announced a new Mark II version of their Console 1. This Mark II version will include an optimized hardware controller. The system can be expanded with more than 60 Console 1 ready plugins that are either from Softube or from Universal Audio, and apparently the Mark II version will also be cheaper than the original. German manufacturer NAMM has announced a new two-way active bi-amplified monitor, including a DSP engine called the KH80 DSP. Aston Microphones have something new for us, and I'm not talking about the black version of their Halo, which is new, but it's not the big news. The big news is the Starlight. This is the first small diaphragm microphone from Aston Microphones, and the special thing about it is it has a laser. Why a laser, you may ask? Well, I don't really know either, but apparently it's easier to aim and recall a microphone position. Apart from that, it seems to also have various EQing presets built in, as well as a low cut and a pad, and it has a very particular design, and you will never be able to mix it up with any other microphone. There are 3 new half racks from Mark of the Unicorn Motu. The Motu M64 is a MADI interface with optical and coaxial MADI inputs and outputs, which allows for up to 256 simultaneous MADI inputs and outputs. The Motu 8D offers 2 digital AES-3 stereo pairs and 2 digital SP-Diff stereo pairs, so you get 8 digital I/Os. And the LP32 offers 4 optical ADAT connections, with a total of 32 channels at 44.1 or 48 kHz, or 16 channels at 88.2 or 96 kHz. Being part of the AVB line by Motu, you of course also get the digital mixer, the model effects, etc. And yes, you can connect them in an AVB network. So much for the first episode of the Soundphile Pro Audio News. If you know of any news that we have missed, please let us know. Write a comment or write an email to news@thesoundphile.com. Thank you very much, till next time.